Show me a man who says he doesn't want a pair of bigger, more muscular, and more powerful sleeve-splitting pipes, and I'll show you a damn liar. The fact is, having a respectable set of biceps, triceps, and forearms is something every guy has wanted since the very first time they saw the most epic handshake of all time between Dylan and Dutch in Predator. And in today's video, I'm going to share 6 of my favorite arm building exercises you can use with, of all implements, a kettlebell. That's right, I said a kettlebell. They're not just good for your fundamental lifts like snatches, swings, cleans, presses, squats, and windmills. They can also be put to great use by providing a unique stimulus in both the arm flexion and arm extension movement patterns to provide your body the stress response it needs to initiate the growth that you're looking for. Before we get into each of these 6 movements though, here are 2 quick and simple tips that will help to facilitate that growth. First, make sure you're combining your intense arm workouts with equal parts attention paid to both your diet and sleep. Because the fact is, if you're not eating enough to be in a caloric surplus, meaning you're eating more than you're burning, and not matching that with at the very least 7 hours of sound sleep per night, you'll never give your body the chance it needs to recover and adapt by way of initiating a growth response. And second, when it comes to your training itself, focus on balance, intensity, variability, and most importantly, consistency. Remember, in order to force a growth response, you must give your body a challenge it has yet to be forced to overcome. In other words, you must challenge yourself to change yourself. And to achieve that, it means using taxing weights with taxing rep schemes on taxing movements. Now understand, flexion and extension at your elbow are the calling cards of any solid arm-focused routine. And although those are very simple movements themselves, you can really spice them up in countless different ways, as you'll see, to give your body the necessary stress to achieve the growth response that you're aiming for. And my personal favorite, time-efficient, and overall effective way to achieve that, a very simple, balanced, and intense extension to flexion to carry circuit-based formula that's going to hit your triceps, your biceps, and forearms more than hard enough to initiate the growth response that you're looking for. If you follow that model and match it up with a sound diet and good sleep on a consistent basis, I promise you'll be building a pair of sleeve-splitting pipes in no time. Now, enjoy these 6 kettlebell-focused arm building exercises and be sure to incorporate them into your routine on a constantly rotating basis for those arm gains that you're looking for. There you have it, my 6 favorite kettlebell arm building exercises. What are your thoughts? Agree, disagree? Did I leave any of your personal favorites out? If so, leave your thoughts or opinions on your favorite arm builders as well as your personal favorite tactics to build bigger arms in the comment section down below so we can collectively learn from each other's successes. And hey, if you enjoyed this video and want to dive deeper in how you can use kettlebells specifically to increase muscularity in not just your arms, but also your chest, your back, your shoulders, your legs, and even your midsection, then be sure to check out my kettlebell bodybuilding specific program, BodyCon 6, on either the first link you see in the description box or the pin link in the comment section down below. Trust me, if you love using kettlebells but want to merge that with a more bodybuilding style of training, you won't want to miss out on the solid size and muscularity gains it can quickly offer you. So click either one of those 2 links down below and I'll take you to the product page which shows everything that comes inside this wicked program. Appreciate your time, guys. Have a good one. Chandler out.